Welcome back to another episode of the FallBall Fellas. We're going to put everything into one today. Got the whole gang back again. Going to start with college football like we always do. Go through the very short slate that we had of games this past weekend. We're entering bowl season, so there's going to be a lot pretty much every single day of the week. Literally, I think I saw one like Thursday at 11 a.m. or something like that. Like, why are we having a bowl game in the middle of the work week when no one's off? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But did anyone, I highly doubt I'm going to get takers on this. Did anyone watch the Army-Navy game or see parts of it?
So I was working while this game was happening, but one of my coworkers is an Army guy, and my other coworker at the lab, can you guess it? A Navy guy.
Did they
so
fight?
There was a little bit of beef going on throughout the day. Army guy, a little bit more into football. He's walking around with his AirPods in with the game on. So I got to watch the end of the game when Army choked it, and that was wow, way to blow it.
Yeah, I mean, Navy, and me and Bernsey were on the Navy side of this, and we'll go into our FallBall 5 later. We both believed in Blake Horvath. They jumped out to a quick 7-0 lead in that game, and then Army answered, and Navy really didn't do anything until the end of that third quarter, and they came back from a 16-7 deficit to win 17-16. We will say the name of the touchdown scorer later. But the only other game that we had this weekend was on Saturday, and that was Boise State getting absolutely blown to smithereens by the Washington Huskies. I know a lot of people that thought it was going to be hilarious if Boise won because it was going to prove that like those G5 teams can compete. I don't know if they can. We poach all, like Big Ten and SEC poach all of their good players. They don't have them anymore. The days of Ashton Genty are gone, guys.
Big Ten is superior.
It's 1 year after it, and you're saying the days of Ashton Genty have gone.
Here's the thing, though. We've only had this new era for like 2 or 3 years now, and Genty was loyal enough to stay with that program. I guarantee either Boise State ponied up a lot of money to keep him last year, or else for some reason teams just weren't offering him, which I also find hard to believe. Yeah, that's literally the recap that we have from this weekend. There's nothing more than that.
Crazy amount.
Yeah, and guess what? That leads me in to Noah's segment, 98 yards with the fellas, drive of the week. It obviously comes from that Army-Navy game because this was the only close game of the two. We had Blake Horvath throwing a clutch fourth down touchdown pass to Eli Heidenbrecht. I sent his name in the group chat shouting him out. I don't know if you guys saw the coverage on this. They didn't even decide to cover the dude on the fourth down play. He had shading on the outside. They were at like the 4-yard line, ran a quick slant in the back of the end zone. So he's like running a slant this way. The safety's playing here. So he just got behind him. Easy touchdown. And they held on to win that football game. Now, did you guys hear about the new rule that might be coming into play? Potentially not this coming year, but in the future for college football.
Fill us in.
It's called the 5 and 5. And we know how the college football players can get a red shirt for pretty much any reason. Like if they don't play enough 1 year, they get injured in the first 4 games. You guys know the red shirt rule, obviously, right? We saw a lot of weird stuff happen during COVID where they gave every single Division I athlete an extra year regardless. So you had a lot of guys like Bo Nix, I think was 22 or 23 when he was graduating.
Tyler Shuck.
Yeah, Tyler Shuck. You have Diego Pavia is like 25 years old, and he's only going to get
a visitor.
Appearance, sup, Blair. But yeah, Diego Pavia is on his like 6th or 7th year of eligibility because he played some JUCO ball. And now they're starting to they made some rules where JUCO might not even count towards college eligibility. It has to be like FBS, FCS level to count towards your eligibility. Now, to avoid all of these lawsuits and figure everything out, the NCAA is getting sued by, I forget what the court case is called, but it is basically saying that anyone who might have gotten injured, let's just say in the 6th game of the year or burned their red shirt, but they didn't play the entire season, they're trying to give all Division I athletes 5 years no matter what. So no red shirts, nothing like that. You just get 5 years of eligibility. Can play for all 5 years if you're good enough. So I was curious to know your guys' take. The court is waiting to vote on it. It was in court Monday, and they decided to dismiss it. And I think it's going to be they're going to figure it out by the transfer portal. But how do you guys feel?
So they're just getting rid of red shirts, like red shirt. Like it won't be like it's 5 years and they can also red shirt and get 6 years. Like it's just 5 years, red shirt's done.
So you get five years of eligibility if you're on the football team. If you don't play your first year, that's it. You still have 4 years to play after.
So would that go into effect like next year? Like, for instance, like Drew Aller wants to come back.
So he's actually part of this group of players that are making the lawsuit to come back and play next year. I heard that Katron Allen might be interested in it as well. I don't know all the guys that are spearheading this conversation, but I've seen guys get medical red shirts. Like this Miami tight end 2 years ago was in his 9th year of eligibility. I personally like this rule because with the red shirt, we're just eliminating all that gray area and saying, hey, once you start college, 5 years, that's it. You can play all 5. You can, if you get injured, too bad. You still get that extra year.
If I truly believed that there would be teams wouldn't find any workarounds to this, I like it because it takes away all workarounds. It takes away, like you just said, the 9 years. Like that's ridiculous. This is college, people. College is 4 years, 4 freaking years. Now, I like it. I mean, if it keeps all the gray area teams doing some shady stuff to keep guys around forever, then I'm good with it. But do I fully believe that it'll keep it to 5 years? Probably not. Alabama will figure out a way to keep their players for another 3. Like, it's bound to happen, but I like it. Personally, I'm a fan of it.
Burnsy?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, there's still going to be ways where there's going to be kids that are playing 6, 7 years. But yeah, I mean, I hate the red shirt rule where you can only play a few games. I think it's fun as a fan of these teams to watch these young freshmen come in and play right away, get some experience and some good quality playing time. So I like it.
Penn State didn't get to experiment with a lot of its young wide receivers and linebackers this year because of fear of burning that red shirt. So I do think if you have injuries and you have to play, once again, Dominic DeLuca this year, honestly, he started playing better towards the end of the season. But if we could have put in one of those freshman linebackers like LeVar Arrington's son to at least try to get some reps in with the first team and play some games, we couldn't risk it though. Like, I have never been a fan of the rule because Aller got hurt in the 6th game of the year?
I think it was the 6th.
Yeah. And like, who dictated? I know this was the original rule, but like 4 games. Honestly, if you play under half the year and you get hurt from an injury, I don't know why they wouldn't let you play another year. But
I think it should be like snaps. Percentage is what I think it should be personally. That way you can get some of your younger freshmen in, and you're playing like Penn State's playing like Kent State or something. Get these young kids in to play the second half to get some experience. I don't think that should play into burning a redshirt year.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Okay. Have you guys seen any more issues or conversation about the college football playoff committee and all that hoopla that we talked about last week, like with Notre Dame getting left out? I've seen a lot of meme tweets about like if Alabama is inside the top 50, they get an automatic berth or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a bunch of memes coming out about it, but the
Notre Dame one's real. The
Michigan catastrophe is kind of just overwhelming all of my college football.
I love
it. Memes and anything to do with college football the last week has just been Michigan for me.
That team has been a dumpster fire the last 3 seasons, from the cheating scandal to this now. Like, for any of those, do you want to explain what happened?
Yeah, I mean, I can give. So this guy, the coach, Sharon Moore, got caught like cheating. He was cheating on his wife, but then like more information it started super small. It's just Sharon Moore caught cheating with his wife. Then all this other stuff starts coming out, the police reports and more information, and you come to find out that Sharon Moore was like freaking out at his house, went to the mistress's house, threatened to kill himself and her. It was, I mean, he just had a complete breakdown.
Yeah.
And one thing that I want to talk about, I was talking a little bit of ball with one of my coworkers, and he brought up a great point. Like, we need to see a downfall of Michigan. They need to put the hurting on them like they did Penn State. The scandals coming out of this place over the last 5 years, and it's just been a slap on the wrist. Mind you, what happened at Penn State with Sandusky, it was absolutely awful. Nobody condones it. But our team got destroyed. It was nothing that had to do with cheating on the field. That nothing happened with the actual game of football. It had everything to do with our coach being a scumbag.
It was like 15 years late too. The punishment was for guys that were not around, and they were like 4 years old when all this stuff went down.
So if Michigan keeps getting just a slap on the wrist after all of these scandals happening to them, it's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. I mean, do you guys agree? Like, I think it's insane what happened to us, and then Michigan's just getting nothing right now.
Yeah.
I think the NCAA is looking into Michigan right now and doing like a thorough investigation on kind of everything that's been happening. I wouldn't be surprised if their athletic director's out within the next probably 3 to 4 months, if not sooner.
How has he not been fired already?
Money.
I think they've known about this because I saw some tweets.
Yep. I was just going
to
to
say,
around
for a while, a rumor.
So it sounds like the university was well aware of this. What would we say? How they worded it, inappropriate workplace relationship. They've been aware of this for months, and from what it sounds like, they number one held on to him to keep the recruiting class together that he had done with his staff to make sure that those guys were still signed to Michigan and committed to Michigan. I heard that, and also I did hear a interesting theory. I think it came from another podcast. I saw some guys tweeting about this. If Michigan wins that game against Ohio State and makes the college football playoff, because they would have if they beat Ohio State,
he'd still be there.
He would still be there. They wouldn't have brought this up. I honestly think they held this as kind of leverage over him so that if he did fail, they had cause to fire him. Now, number one, they don't have to pay out his contract because it was with cause. So Michigan, they knew about this inappropriate behavior, didn't report it, didn't do anything, and then used it to benefit their university. And if the NCAA figures out, which is highly likely that's what they did, I'm sure they'll get hopefully a bit more punishment than they have in the previous couple of years.
Yeah.
That's
ridiculous.
Yeah. The last thing I'll say about it is, did you guys see Deshaun Hamilton's tweet? Like, there was the video of Sharon Moore after the Penn State game and how he is crying. He thanks God, and then the next sentence he has is just F-bomb. He's like, I knew this guy was a weirdo from this moment, so I was like, that's true. I thought that was funny.
I don't really know what's going on with that coaching search right now, too. They were looking at Washington's head coach. I'm sure we probably won't know. I believe
Dillingham was rumored at one point.
Dillingham's rumored. Their interim right now, his name's Biff Poggi. I feel like that's a pretty sick name. So just let him coach for you.
Big fella, right?
Yeah, he's a big fella.
Poggi taking him to the playoffs. Poggi
playoffs. Also, the fact that with the Harbaugh cheating scandal with Stallions and everything, that entire coaching staff wasn't fired or cleared out originally.
That's what I'm talking about.
They said Sharon had nothing to do with it. Yeah, BS. He was in that locker room. They knew exactly what was going on. We could go on about this all day, but let's get into our official, because we talked about the playoff bracket before. Let's get our official predictions for the games that are happening Friday night and into Saturday, and then we threw in one bowl game just so we have a nice, even-rounded fall ball 5. Now, our first game that we got, I'm going to go in order of spreads once again. Actually, let's do the non-playoff game first. So the game that I picked, just because it's Saturday and it's between not two bum teams, we have Memphis, who lost their head coach to Arkansas, going up against NC State. NC State's 4.5-point favorite. So this is the Gasparilla Bowl. I believe that is in New Orleans, if I'm not mistaken. So who we got as a pick this week? I haven't done any research into this game, but NC State is 4.5-point favorites.
So I don't like NC State at all, but I'm strictly going with NC State just because Memphis just got rid of their coach.
I got to check if he's coaching this game, but also when you have one foot out the door, it's not like you're going to be putting your best foot forward. Nobi, you go. Or Bernsey, I can call you Nobi.
I'll take I'll take NC State too.
I'm trying to see if Ryan Silverfield is coaching, but I can't find it. Do I want to give up games to Hunter right now? Give me Memphis. This is under the assumption that they're letting
Hunter's on
Silverfield.
the comeback.
I need to find this before I make the pick. I should have done this research ahead of time, but I think Silverfield probably coaches because all these big teams that poach college football playoff teams allowed these guys to coach in their playoff games. So I'm just going to assume Arkansas let him coach, even though it's not a playoff game. Yeah.
Is that the case?
Yeah. So, well, I don't know.
They allow coaches to play in the playoffs.
Okay, you know what I mean. They allowed coaches. They allowed these coaches to coach in the playoff. Like JMU is letting Chesney coach when he got hired at UCLA. Ole Miss also. I mean, Lane's gone, but he got an ultimatum.
That was my point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he got an ultimatum to leave, but he sent all of his assistants back that he was bringing with him. He told them all to go back and coach for Ole Miss.
What a nice guy.
Yeah, literally, what a nice guy. But okay. This is the night game on Saturday, largest spread of the weekend. James Madison versus Oregon. Right now, it's sitting at a 21-point spread for Oregon. Who do you boys got?
Well, I'm going to just tell you right now, JMU shouldn't be in the playoffs. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that this is a playoff game is ridiculous. 21-point spread. Like, tell me if what would this spread be if this was Notre Dame playing against Oregon?
Oregon at home, probably 2.5.
Yeah.
If that.
I'll take Oregon.
1.5.
Yeah. I'm also going to take Oregon as well. I want to go a little bit more into this. So also, Phil is on Memphis and Oregon. I'll list his picks as we go. But I actually think James Madison is going to put up a better fight than Tulane is this weekend. James Madison at least has a running game. And
I agree.
They're not a bad team as much as we want to crap on them. I actually think they probably cover in this game because 21's a lot, and Oregon is really, really banged up. They probably want to rest some guys.
I would take them covering simply because I don't think Oregon's offense is that high powered.
No.
They have a good defense, but I don't think that they're that high powered of an offense.
So Oregon's run game is what they've been leaning on this season, as opposed to what they have done in previous years with Bo Nix and Dylan Gabriel. And JMU is really good at running the football as well. Oregon's actually been pretty bad at stopping the run, so that might affect them a bit as they get deeper into the playoffs. Burnsy, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, yeah, this could be like a 24-point game where James Madison backdoor covers on the last drive of the game when they're resting people. So I could definitely see JMU covering, but I don't think it'll be competitive much at all.
And the one I do want to say this. Should Tennessee not have made the playoffs last year? Should Oregon not have made the playoffs last year? Ohio State was 2-point favorites against both those teams and beat them by 25. Indiana with, not the same team. They ended up making that a close game against Notre Dame last year, but we've had so many blowouts even in the 4-team era that I don't want to complain about some of these teams that are getting representation losing by 20 points when we get power conference opponents losing by 20 plus points every year in the playoffs. There is a discrepancy. Blowouts are going to happen. We see them in the NFL every week, but we continue to tune in because it is a TV product. Now, that being the night game on Saturday, probably a little bit questionable, but who knows? Now, the next game, and I had mentioned them already, Tulane's going to visit Ole Miss. Very, very close in proximity, these two schools. I believe it's less than 2 hours that separate them. But Ole Miss is currently a 17.5-point favorite. What do we got, boys?
Ole Miss. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I honestly really, really like Ole Miss covering in this game. The first time these two teams played, Ole Miss jumped out to a big lead, and Tulane cannot play from a deficit. Jake Retzloff is not built like that. But Ole Miss, I don't think, has been in a college football playoff before, and they are hosting a game. This is going to be an insane crowd to watch. This game is at 3:30 on Saturday. Now, we have our noon game on Saturday, which should have been a night game because Kyle Field is electric. Miami, Florida travels to Texas A&M to take on the Aggies.
What a shame this isn't the night game.
A&M is 3.5-point favorites. What do we got?
A&M to cover too.
Didn't you take
Yeah.
Miami in the last one too?
No, I took Miami.
Oh, you were the only one that took
Yeah.
Miami.
A&M was his dark horse.
No, Tech was.
Oh, Tech was your dark horse? Yeah. I got Miami in this game.
Okay. We might not change our opinions from last week, and that's okay. I do like the consistency. I'm also going to go with the Aggies. This being a noon game worries me a little bit for that home crowd.
Yeah, I think this is the best chance Miami has. The fact that this is a noon game, I think, plays into their hand. I just think A&M is a better team.
Miami has struggled against semi-decent pass rushes this season. Louisville and SMU were able to put quite a bit of pressure on Carson Beck, and Texas A&M's defensive front is probably 5 times what any team that Miami has played this year. Like, they're way better than Notre Dame's. I'm going to just say that out loud. Notre Dame doesn't have a great defensive front. Their corners are locked down for the most part, but Marcel Reed's going to make one bigger play, but also if you're looking for a prop, take both of these quarterbacks at 2+ interceptions. One of them's bound to hit for you. They're going to have
2+.
a lot. Carson Beck, I believe I saw a stat. I can't remember it off the top of my head. He is like one of the worst quarterbacks in all of FBS when under pressure. His completion percentage is really down, and he throws a pick almost every time he's under pressure. So Marcel Reed's up there as well. This is going to be whoever makes the least mistakes.
Yeah.
And the last game, and this is actually the first game of the college football playoff, going to Norman, Oklahoma. Alabama enters as a 1.5-point favorite in this away game. Who do we got?
Should have dropped down to number 11, at least. Didn't move at all because college football just believes that Alabama is God.
Also, can I say something real quick? Because I learned this 2 days ago.
Give me Oklahoma. Conference
championships aren't actually there to how do I say this? Conference championships are there to boost your stock. They don't actually drop you at all.
Really? Because it dropped Ohio State.
Yeah, one position. Okay, sorry. I should say they were both playoff teams. You had 1 and 2 play each other, so you were was just for seeding. Alabama did not get docked because they've made a pretty clear statement that I can't even say unless you get blown out, but last year they did not really count too much in the conference championship games to the point where people were like, why do they matter and why do we play them anymore? You can only gain things from conference championship games. I just want to let the listeners know that. If you lose a conference championship game, you're typically not going to drop in the rankings.
See, that's my problem is it's not consistent because dropping in the rankings does change things. Ohio State's path is different than Indiana's now. That's a different path through the playoffs. That changes things a ton.
So what I should say, it dictated seeding. There was no way Alabama is the lowest ranked. Well, actually, who's 10? Miami. Okay, Miami was like 18 at one point. So do you think that Miami should have dropped Bama or jumped over Bama?
I think that Bama should have dropped below Miami.
Okay, so you just think 9 and 10 should have been switched because there's no way they were dropping below
consistency. I think there needs to be consistency. No, they're
the
not
only
droppable.
The only argument against that is
mad because I hate Alabama and they
is that BYU shouldn't have gotten dropped down under that same logic, but also no one ever thought BYU was actually going to make the playoff. I think it was like courtesy that they kept them up there.
I just need college to figure out how to do playoffs that isn't dudes sitting in a room saying you make playoffs, you don't. That's all I need.
And get that to be an NFL type system. Honestly, do this and then have the best like records or resumes or FPI or whatever you want to do. Have a computer dictate stuff until you get an NFL thing where you have 2 like divisions and you can compare records on that. It's going to be hard when you have so many different leagues and so many different caliber teams. But I do agree with you. We need something regularized in the sport. So, Bernsey, who you got?
I want you to pick first because I have who I think I'm going with, but I want to hear your thoughts.
50-50. You have a 50-50 chance here, Bernsey.
I didn't mention Phil's. Phil picked Ole Miss, Miami, and Alabama. and I'm going to follow Phil on this pick and give me the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Ah,
The Oklahoma offense is a total luck box. If Alabama can not throw a pick six in this game, they will outscore Oklahoma because Oklahoma's offense is anemic. Did you know the game that they lost against Oklahoma? They doubled them up in yardage. It was like 450 to 200.
yeah.
So don't throw a pick six in the red zone, and you will win Alabama.
This is a night game.
Yeah, this is Friday night at like 8. It's going to be a sick game.
Give me Oklahoma.
That's right, Bernsey.
It's okay.
Ride with the Sooners. Ride
okay.
with the Sooners.
Boomer
Hunter, me
Sooner,
and you got
baby.
3 different games this week, so
This is going to make me. It's not even a make or break. It's just this is going to make me.
this is going to make you
Break is not an option.
I feel like garbage about the Memphis pick because I have no idea if their coach is staying or not, and I'm not going to change it now. But overall records, I didn't say it when we first started. I got 1 game up on Hunter. I'm 50-31. He is 49-32. Phil continuing to struggle this season. He is 35-46. And Bernsey, Navy win puts you to 500. You are basically the Pittsburgh Steelers at 8-8.
I'm keeping
Gonna
that
lose
standard,
first
baby.
round. You know, as the guy that knows the least amount of college, I'm happy with my standing right now. I'm happy with it.
Should be an interesting weekend.
You know, I would like to, before we transition on over to NFL, I would like to give a special shout out to someone that's really helped me with my college picks throughout the year. Shout out ChatGPT. You're a rock star.
I'm clipping that. I am clipping that.
You know, you've really helped me out through the season, giving me breakdowns of games. So I appreciate you, and you deserve that shout out.
Also, old Mariota jersey. Just for everyone that's watching this visually.
I remember
Yeah,
when the
Ducks.
Eagles fans were devastated when we didn't draft him, and I'm glad we didn't. All right. Anyway, let's move on.
He was good for like 3 or 4 years. Won a couple playoff games.
It's all right.
Under the Titans. All right. Now we're going to be transitioning over to the NFL. Like one of the best weekends, I think, in terms of games that meant a lot in the playoff picture. We had huge injuries. I want to go over those kind of last and what they mean for the league as a whole, because
Brutal.
a couple of these are like league-changing injuries.
No.
Okay, nice.
Hey. Goodbye.
I'm gonna end with the like huge news at the very end, so then we can go.
I want to
into the
break
injuries.
it. I'm gonna break it.
No, don't do it right now.
I'm
Save
breaking-
that for the injury conversation, because that's gonna be a
I'm
tough.
gonna break
All right.
it.
All right, Bucks and Panthers both had a chance to take a lead in the division. Both blew games. Now Kyle Pitts, generational run from the kid.
Legacy game.
Legacy game on Thursday night from Kyle Pitts. Questionable touchdown catch in that game, I guess. Nonetheless, they still had a couple more plays to get it. They take down the Bucks after the Bucks blew a 14 point lead?
Yeah, I think it was 14.
14.
I think
14
it was 14, and the Falcons scored twice, went for 2 both times, didn't get it either time.
Wait, no, they were down.
And got the ball back to kick a field goal.
They were down 1 and ended up winning by 2. So they went for. Did they go for 2 early?
No, they won by 1. I thought it was 29-28.
They went for.
Oh,
they
it was
went for.
29-28.
They went for 2 on their touchdown that got them to 20. Didn't get it. Then they went for 2 again.
They had to go for 2 and missed it.
Didn't get it again.
Yeah.
And then they
still
went
got
for
the
the
ball
field
back.
goal.
Yeah.
All right. But Panthers also lost and also just bad officiating at the end of this game. I don't know if you guys saw the Tyler Shuck slide where with 12 seconds left and 1 timeout, or no timeouts actually for the Saints. He runs a QB draw up the middle, slide so late. Like, once again, if you're in between the tackles, you shouldn't be able to slide. Like, what are you supposed to do as a defender? Not touch him?
This is a hard one, right? I mean, you can't I think that they should just, if a defender is within like a yard or 2 of the quarterback when he starts his slide, unless he goes straight for the head, there shouldn't be flags thrown. You shouldn't you have a 300-pound man running at you, full force. How is he supposed to stop himself without injuring himself when you just decide to slide at last second because you don't want to get hit?
I
You
think
turn yourself
in
into a
between the
runner.
tackles, maybe remove that in between the tackles.
If you turn yourself into a runner, you have to accept the fact that you just turned yourself into a runner. You will take a hit.
Yep.
Yeah, they got to add some sort of more specific specifications into this role where
if a wide receiver or running back were
know.
to do that, they wouldn't protect them. That wouldn't be a call whatsoever. So I don't.
Look,
I get protecting the quarterback's already the most protected position on the field.
Yeah.
If the dude's in the pocket and you go above his shoulder pads or below his knees, it's an automatic 15-yard penalty. You hit him a split second after he gets rid of the football. You land on him with body weight. Like, they're already protected. If they're outside the pocket and on the sideline getting a first down, and they also just dive head forward, in my opinion. Don't dive this way. Because also, if you slide and you're face backwards, you're down wherever you first start your slide. If you dive head first, you're not down when you start your dive, and you can get a couple more yards. So
if you don't want to get hit, just turn yourself into Tyler Lockett and just drop to the ground.
That's a good point.
All right, next game. Bills win a thriller against the Patriots. That game, worst officiating, horrendous.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into the officiating. I don't.
He's gonna do it.
Listen, I don't think that the.
He's gonna do it. He told us he was doing this before the podcast. He's doing it.
The Patriots. I don't think this blowout was as bad as the Eagles blowout. The Patriots just went up early. And I mean, it wasn't like the comeback started in the second half. Like the Bills put up 7 in the second quarter. It was only it was 24-7 going into half. Bills come out of the half with a great opening drive. Drake May's overrated. It sucked.
I'm not going to go as far to say he's overrated. The Bills' rush defense is very bad, so it's easy to want to lean on the run. And Travion busted 2 long touchdown runs, which was impressive. But
yeah,
it was just a really good game to watch, though. I thought the Patriots ran away with that in the first quarter and a half. But I had seen another statistic they put up on the screen late in that first half, where it was like the Patriots had the 3rd best point differential in the first half, and the Bills were number 1 at plus 87 points or something like that. So, if you're losing to the Bills at half, the game's probably over. If you're beating them, you might have a slight chance, but they're a great second half team. They made adjustments. I know everyone was complaining. I think it was Marcus Jones that picked the ball off on that Khalil Shakir catch, but everyone that was complaining, I love people that see a clear pass interference and are like, nope, that's not a call. He picked the ball off. I'm like, he was making contact with Shakir. Once again, underthrown footballs, everyone can have their opinions, but under the rules, if you run into a dude as he's coming back for a football, it doesn't matter that he turned his head last second. He made contact with the wide receiver before the ball got there. That's a PI every time.
So the only thing that I'll argue there is him turning his head back and making a play for the ball can negate pass interference because he's both making a play for the ball.
Yeah, but you can't you have to do that before.
I'll be honest, I don't know exactly which play you're talking about, so I didn't see the play.
It was he was running down, Shakir came back, he had his full body weight and hands on his chest, and then
was it Maurice Jones?
No, what? Maurice Jones-Drew?
Yeah.
Who did I just say?
You said something Jones. Did you not?
Shakir was the receiver on the play.
Yeah. Shakir was the receiver. You could find this. Marcus Jones, I think, was
Marcus Jones. Okay, so I was not far off.
Maurice Jones was a Jaguar in the 2000s.
I know who he is. I meant the name, dude. God.
I'm pretty sure that it looked like a clear interception regardless of the PI.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure they gave the catch because I was playing against them in fantasy.
Gave the catch
I'm pretty sure they gave the catch to Shakir and it stood.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
They said it was
like a 4-point play.
They said it was a tie that came down with the wide receiver, but I've seen that play get called an interception also. Once again, I never know what a foul is anymore. I don't know what a foul is. I don't know what a catch is. We can go into this game next. That Rams game with the Lions,
That was horrible.
Once again, I don't know if that was a catch. And number two,
Someone-
he most certainly was not in the end zone. And if they said he didn't get control until he was in the end zone,
Then it's not a catch.
he was out of bounds when he got control. Did you see the foot kick up a split second after he got it, knocked the ball out of his hands? It's just not a catch. And if it is a catch, he's down at the 1. Okay, it's just how it goes.
That was actually, I could not believe that they called that a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that.
Because even if he caught it, he was at least a yard and a half short of the goal line.
It was Colby Parkinson, right?
Yeah, it was Parkinson.
Yeah. So, alas, the Rams won the football game. The Seahawks also won a little bit of a thriller late in that one. I'm real ticked off at the Colts. Like, don't do anything offensively, have a lead the entire game. I don't know if you guys saw, they got the ball back with like 2:30 left and somehow still managed to give the Seahawks 35 seconds left, even though they made like a 59-yard field goal. They played too conservative once they got a first down, ran the ball like 3 times, didn't do anything, and then gave them so much time. Like, Jason Myers, automatic, by the way.
He's so good.
6 field goal game. You had him in fantasy, good for you. But
I did, and I still lost by 30.
Colts blew that game. That was not the Seahawks being impressive, which is Hunter, congrats on your best bet. There you go.
Finally.
Yeah.
Nice little lock-in.
It's a good bet.
Finally.
Yeah. Broncos won a little bit of a shootout against the Packers, 34-26. Bo Nix slung 4 touchdown passes against a very solid Packers secondary. He looked good.
Bo Nix looked really good.
First of all, Bo Nix looked phenomenal. Here's first injury announcement.
Wait, nope. Do that at the end. Do that at the end.
You have to talk. If you're going to talk about this game, you have to talk about that.
Fair. We do have
to.
Injury announcement, Micah Parsons, torn ACL, done for the season. Very sad to see. He was having a hell of a performance with the Packers. Sucks. But the point I was trying to bring up is, when did he go out of the game? How early was it?
Late 3rd, early 4th.
Yeah.
I'll double check for you, but I believe it was late in the 3rd. The Packers were losing at that point.
Yeah, I think it was like a 2 or 3 point game, but the Packers were kind of in it. They were reeling at that point in the game. I think they had a pretty big lead, did they not?
No. They were up
like a touchdown lead.
They were up 12-7, 16-14. Actually, yeah, they were up 23-14 in the after the start of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah. And then
I don't know when he got hurt here.
Because they went on their heater.
Cherry on top of that.
I mean, they had 2 touchdowns in the 2nd quarter, but they went on their true heater starting in the 3rd. Touchdown, touchdown.
We were spot on, by the way. The touchdown drive to give Denver the lead. So Micah got hurt when the Packers were up 23-21.
Okay.
It was with 56 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. So they completed a pass, and then where were they at? The Green Bay 29, and then they scored 2 plays later.
I was going to try and bring up that was, had a factor into it, but honestly, the Broncos didn't do that great in the 4th quarter. I mean, they got turnover on downs twice.
Yeah. I got 2 questions from this game. One, does Parsons being out for the year, does that ruin the Packers' chances of winning a Super Bowl? Like, is that detrimental to their Super Bowl chances?
I don't think it's that detrimental, but I'm going to preface it with saying I didn't think they were going to the Super Bowl anyway. I don't think they have the offense to go to a Super Bowl. I think Jordan Love. And by the way, the whole the Patriots and Drake May thing, while yes, I think their seasons has been a little bit hyped because they played some really crappy teams. I don't think Drake May sucks or the Patriots suck. I was just saying that out of hatred. And I needed to preface that by bringing this in because I think Jordan Love's hype is a little too much. I think he's a very average quarterback, slightly above average. I don't think Green Bay has it in them to win a Super Bowl. So to answer your question, I think it impacts it, but I didn't think they had a chance anyway.
I think they're an NFC championship level team, but I don't think they can win that game. Like, I think probably the Rams or Seahawks would beat them in my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think it does come down to Jordan Love. I mean, he can make every throw, but he also makes a lot of mistakes.
Are
And
his
that wide
mechanics
receiver,
bad, or does he just play loose?
He just tries to be Aaron Rodgers, and he's not. He tries to throw off his back foot too much, and he's not that guy.
I will say he's been better this year with those type of throws. But
He's
it's
lazy.
going to come down to if that wide receiver room can stay healthy. Like, I know Watson got hurt again.
But I think Jaden
but
Reed being back is helpful
Jaden
for
Reed's
them.
back, so
But they need them all to be healthy at the same time right now. Like
Mhm.
Jaden Reed and Watson are two game changers, and they had Reed hurt. Watson came back late in the year, was looking really, really good. He got that. Also, that was a touchdown if Love just threw that ball in front of him, but he threw it a little bit behind, and then Surtain landed on his. He avoided a
what a
clavicle.
play.
Yeah, he avoided a clavicle injury, which is what a lot of people thought it was, and it looks like it's not that serious. So he should be able to come back for playoffs, if not for the regular season. Now, a few things: Cowboys playoff hopes pretty much dead at this point after a loss to 9 and the Vikings on Sunday night. Eagles, Ravens, and Bears all get back on track after a loss last week. Eagles blew out the absolute embarrassment. I think the Raiders are the worst team in
They're terrible.
National Football League. I do think the Titans are better than that football team.
That's my best bet right there.
Ravens shut out the Cincinnati Bengals offense and won 24-0 with a very cool handoff / lateral play on an interception.
Mm-hmm.
That was
That was
sweet.
beautiful. That
Very
was
cool
beautiful.
play.
That's smart. Anyone
Kyle
know the
Van Noy.
reference? Anyone know
He's
the
a
reference?
savvy vet.
Does
What
no
did
one
you
watch?
do?
Do you guys watch Pat McAfee's show?
I've watched
Yes, I do.
They had this NXT champion on, and they were getting into an argument about like whatever, and Pat McAfee goes, "Hey, that's smart thinking."
it. That's good.
That was a sweet play.
Yeah. And then the Bears, they lost, I believe, to the Packers last week, if I'm not mistaken, and they had a big win against the Browns. Shador came back down to earth. Let's just say that. A really bad pass defense. Jerry Jeudy, Hunter, sorry you started him, dropped that touchdown right into the corner's hands. That was beautiful.
I'm gonna save it for my fantasy segment, but
yeah. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers, by the way, big win last night. Tua, once again, I told you guys, can't play in cold weather. Pittsburgh Steelers, they are back. They play the Lions this week. So this is a must-win for the Lions. If there's one thing I know about the Steelers, against these like good teams, much like this, I believe the Bills game a few weeks back, I think the Lions personally will blow them out. I don't think this game's going to be close. That's not one of my plays actually this week because I'm holding out hope. It's a close competitive game. Game in Detroit. Yeah, they're getting blown out by 45.
Probably.
And then the last and biggest piece of information, sorry, I just bumped my desk and I was zooming around the screen there. Kansas City Chiefs for the first time in 10 seasons, 11 seasons, 10, I believe.
Since 2014.
11 seasons.
Thank the Lord.
They are not in the playoffs. The Los Angeles Chargers knocked them out in a 16-13 game. Late in that game, I will say the face of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes, 3-time Super Bowl champion.
I think
3-time Super Bowl champion, suffered a torn ACL really late in that game as he's rolling out to the right. He is now out, obviously, and will probably miss most of next year. The Chiefs' dynasty run is officially ended. I think that pretty much sums it up.
Do you think he resparks it? So I've been seeing a lot of, I don't know if you guys have been seeing this about the whole Tom Brady went down with his torn ACL in his 9th season as well. Came back, won a couple more Super Bowls. So
do you want to know what sucks?
Yeah.
He's not Tom Brady.
No, I'm not going to. Well, I think he could end up being, I think he has more talent than Tom Brady ever had. Tom Brady was just smarter and
I agree.
Didn't act like the team needed.
Excuse me.
Tom Brady took pay cuts and he did what he needed to do to secure the team's success. He wasn't flashy. He made the good reads. He made the good plays. And if you put him in a 2-minute drill, you were scoring a touchdown. I think if Mahomes wants to maintain this level and win another Super Bowl, he has to leave the Kansas City Chiefs once he recovers. I don't think he will win another title with the Chiefs. I honestly think Kelsey's going to retire in the next. I think he might retire after this year.
I think
done.
Kelsey's done.
He's done.
And I think Chris Jones is going to retire. And I think Andy Reid's it's about time for him to retire as well. I could see this being like the Chiefs moving on. And I could see Mahomes inking a contract with a new team. Please put him on the Indianapolis Colts.
That's crazy.
Put him on the Colts, please.
He's not.
I would gladly take him. I think he will. I think he will. That their time is officially done, and they're not the type of franchise that can recover from something like this.
The Patriots went on I think it was like an 8 or 9 year skid of not winning a Super Bowl too. I think honestly this is just more of a pause on the dynasty than it is it being over. Anytime you have Patrick Mahomes,
I don't think that he's leaving the Chiefs.
I don't think he.
I do think Kelsey's done. I think Chris Jones. I think he might get traded.
I think Justin Jefferson ends up on the Chiefs.
That would be.
Crazy.
He's not going to be the wide receiver for the Vikings for much longer if 9 stays there. They don't throw the ball to him. He can't throw the ball.
Imagine Patrick Mahomes and Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson is better than Tyreek Hill by far. No, I take it back. Not by far, but he's better.
I will say, career-wise, I would take Tyreek's career as a whole at this point. But Jefferson still has not played enough seasons for me to say that he won't be better than Tyreek. I would still take Tyreek's success.
As a player, not success, not amount of yards you have. As a wide receiver, Justin Jefferson is better than Tyreek Hill at route running, at catching the ball. The only thing that Justin Jefferson or Tyreek Hill had over Justin Jefferson is he was fast. He was the cheetah.
Yeah, he got wheels.
I'm willing to say that I think they were both extremely good and probably at the same level of a wide receiver. I think Jamar is a tier above everyone.
He's so good.
Even with a bad quarterback, you should still be able to make plays. Jalen Naylor outplayed him this past game.
He did have a bad game, I will say. He had some targets.
He's had a bad season. He's had a bad hole.
This is his first season that he might not hit 1,000.
Yeah, but also Tyreek, I don't think had a bad season with Mahomes and the Chiefs. I don't think he ever had a bad season.
Well,
he had a bad season with Tua.
He had Mahomes.
Yeah, he had a bad season with Tua.
What? He hit 1,000, I'm pretty sure, every year with Tua.
I don't know if he did last year.
He died.
I don't
think he did
last year.
Was last year the year him and Waddle both had 1K, or was that the year before?
That was the year before.
I think Tyreek hit 1,000, which is not that hard as a wide receiver anymore with the 17-game schedule.
It's like,
you average
60 yards
50.
a game.
Yeah, I think that's another topic, and not this podcast that I think we need to talk about. Also, weren't we supposed to do
so the locks? I decided this. I didn't text you guys. We should just do it since
Noah decided this.
Okay. We are 3 weeks away from the end of the season. Let's do it at the end of the year. Why would we do it with 3 weeks?
It's a good off season.
In 2024, he didn't break a thou wow, which is bad.
I hated how you said
that. I love that, actually. A thou
wow.
And actually, in 2019 with Patrick Mahomes, he did not hit a thou wow. He actually didn't even break 900.
How many 1,000-yard seasons does he have? And in those seasons, how many games did he play?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he has 6 1,000-yard seasons. 1,000-yard seasons. In each of those seasons, he played 15, 16, 15, 17, 17, 16. Oh, okay. The reason he didn't break a thou wow with Patrick was he must have gotten injured because he only played 12 games that year.
How many yards do you have? 900?
860. So he was going to break a thou.
He would have hit. And what happened last year?
But his rookie season, he didn't. He wasn't even close, and he played all 16 games.
Was he hurt last year? I feel like he was hurt last year.
No, he was just playing with Tua.
Okay, Tua was good 2 years ago. He's
had 2 years ago.
He's had Tua years ago. Okay, let's move on from this. But other injury that I did want to make note of, and then we do really have to move on. Devontae Adams re-injured his hamstring. I would just sit the dude until playoffs at this point. He's still a god tier wide receiver. Really good at that end zone fade. Just sit the dude. You have a playoff spot wrapped up. I know this Thursday is a huge game for that division. We have the Rams playing the Seahawks on Thursday. So, just rest them. Just rest them. Puka had an injury scare as well, but he somehow always ends up to fine. no matter
Yeah,
what happens.
it was
It
cramps,
literally
I
looked
guess.
like he got shot in the back of the head, how he
Yeah,
fell over.
I
It
know.
looked really bad, and he ended up being fine.
I
Remember,
was terrified.
remember when we were talking in the beginning of the year about, be scared of drafting anyone on the Rams because
Yep.
Matt Stafford's
Yep.
got some back injury
Yes.
reports.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever
Nakua
done
just
in my
put up
life.
187 yards.
He's so good.
Well, that was not a Puka discussion though. That was a can Stafford actually stay healthy?
Yeah,
right?
that was my point. Is like we
Why-
were so
why
worried
did
about
they-
Stafford.
They overplayed that back injury so much. Like they made it sound like he was
They
never going to
did.
walk if he got hit one time.
Who knew?
I gotta stop listening to beat reporters and just call Matt Stafford on speed dial next time.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Hunter.
All right, let's roll into Hunter's fantasy segment. I like that little voice change there. I've been practicing.
It was
It's beautiful.
So last week I went like 50%. I told you to sit Michael Pittman. It was a good sit. I told you to sit DJ Moore. Wow, was I sadly mistaken. I started, and let me tell you, if anyone listened to me, God, probably not, but if anyone listened to me, I started Jerry Jeudy over DJ Moore. Lost me my first round of fantasy playoffs. I'm just gonna cry in a corner. But told you to start Woody Marks. He got injured. Sorry about that. Told you to start Devin Neal. He got injured, but he still put up a touchdown and some yards before he went out. So he put up I think it was 10 to 12 points. So not awful.
Yeah.
I think that both of those starts would have done great if they played the full game. I don't know what to tell you about the Bears wide receivers. I mean, next week, DJ Moore could have -4 yards. That's just how it goes. I don't know what to do with them.
Didn't Burton go for 100 or something?
That was,
Yeah, he had a good game.
Yeah, that was my point though. Was you never know who's gonna ball out with that team.
Never.
So this week, I'm gonna bring you something that shocked me that I picked this because they're a PA team that I despise.
Kenny G?
I'm gonna tell you right now. First of all, no, Kenny G had a great game, but no, I'm not gonna tell you to start Kenny G.
I love.
I'm
Kenny
gonna tell
G.
you to. I'm gonna tell you to start. Listen, I liked him when he was on the Eagles, but I'm gonna tell you to start DK Metcalf. Let me tell you why. I think the Lions are gonna go up pretty big, and all they're gonna be doing is throwing the ball. B, Lions don't have that great of a pass defense, so I think DK could get some work. I think he could see the end zone again. We all know he's an end zone god with Aaron Rodgers. My second start, actually no, let me flop a little bit. Let me roll over to the sit. Let me go 50-50 with you. My first sit of the week is going to be Kenny Walker. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory at this point. With how much snap share Sharp gets, he gets the goal line work. Plus, they're going up against the Rams, and the Rams have a pretty good run defense. So I just think you need to start Kenny Walker. My second sit is going to be Terry McLaurin. The Eagles have a really strong secondary. They got Quinyon Mitchell, which, did you see the stat? Tell me you saw the stat. Tell me you saw the stat.
I don't.
I
wasn't watching the Eagles Raiders game.
He's the only corner.
Forget me. I was not watching Kenny Pickett.
Over 500 snaps and 0 touchdowns on the season. So, beast, God mode, best in the league.
Who gave the statistic?
No idea.
It better not have been PFF because I saw a play where Quinyon, it was a zone coverage and a guy went over the top, and they don't technically grade that as a touchdown he gave up.
I've seen that.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So
I'm not arguing that. Also, he's a top 3 to 5 quarter in the NFL. He's still phenomenal, but I hate PFF grades. But continue.
I hate PFF as well. What were we talking about? Did I text you? I was I think they said Ferguson was 50 or something. That's the most insane thing I've ever heard. What?
Yeah.
Maybe I must have misheard them. There's no way that Jake Ferguson is PFF rank 50. There's just no way.
PFF sucks.
Anyway, so yeah, Terry McLaurin going against a really strong defense. They probably will be throwing the ball, but I just don't think that they're going to be able to get much action going, and they'll probably run a lot with Ja'Cory Krosky because, as we've seen, the Eagles' rush defense has been just really bad over the last couple of weeks and honestly all season. That brings me to my final start. he's coming off of a bad week, really bad week. I think he's going to bounce back. He's on a team that doesn't have that great of an offense, but we're looking to see if this quarterback's going to be their franchise guy. Give me Quinshot Judkins. We just saw Henderson put up 148 yards against the Bills. Got absolutely shredded. So I think that Quinshot Judkins could put up some yards. Mind you, with Henderson's, he had that 65-yard touchdown. So even if you remove that one play, he's still at 80 yards, which is a good game in my eyes. So I think that Quinshot Judkins, holy crap, I say his name too many times. It starts to sound not real. I think that he's probably a good start for you this week. I'm not even going to do a what's it called?
Waiver wire.
Waiver wire, yeah.
Also, thank you for listing 2 guys on my fantasy team for starts of the week. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have DK. I literally have matchup glory this week for all of my players. We will see. Also, I saw keep plugging Michael Wilson in. I don't know if Marv's going to play again this year. They still won't rule him out. I don't think he's going to play. So keep
I'm starting
firing
Michael Wilson in our Dynasty League. We're in the semifinals.
Do I play you? No, I played JT.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Dynasty, by the way, I just lost Mahomes. So
that's tough.
Please, no one.
You want Tua?
If anyone,
I'll give you Derrick Henry for Patrick Mahomes.
No. I don't think we can trade anymore, number one. Number two, please just let me get Gardner Minshew on the waiver wire. I will start him this week. I will start him. Don't pick him up.
I'm going to go pick him up.
Jeez.
I'm going to pick him up.
Putting the priority in now.
I already filled in for a lot of money.
I'm going to put the rest of my money on Gardner Minshew.
Dude, there's also there's 4 other guys that I don't know if anyone's going to prioritize picking up, but there's Minshew, there's like the Jets guy that's playing, Brady Cook, Mariota's on the waiver wire.
You don't have to start another quarterback in that spot.
I don't have to.
Start
I might just start DeAndre Swift, but I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing yet. But
dude, I thought I didn't even go and change my lineup. I'm an idiot. I lost in like the crap bowl because started Tyrod Taylor instead of DK Metcalf.
And Burnsy, I know you know about this. I'm gonna give my wife a shout out real quick for making our first ever fantasy playoffs and proceeding to learn what fantasy football is by losing under a point because Jalen Waddle couldn't get 5.5 yards. Jalen Waddle was the most bet on prop from what I could see last night, and Tua did not. Did you see the pick Tua threw? It was to Waddle down the field. Tua then did not take a downfield shot unless someone was wide open the entire rest of the game. He even had Jalen Waddle wide open on a drag route, and he got sacked instead. So I want to give her a shout out for making the fantasy playoffs, Hunter. I'm also going to give your girlfriend a shout out.
Kenny G did some greatness for her.
Guess what? She's going down this week. Just a heads up.
Sorry, pal. It's not her anymore.
Hey, you listed 2 guys that are on my team. So
yeah, well, if you've looked at my track record of me telling who to start,
you go 50%. You go 50%. So it's the 2 guys you named on my team. Okay.
Well, she has Kenny G. You're screwed.
Let's get into our best bets and underdogs. Now, I had a garbage week. I can't even say anything. Lions, competitive in that football game. Couldn't pull off the victory. 3 of us picked the Lions as our underdog of the week. And I believe, what was the other one? I got to look at the graphic. Oh, wait, I can just.
I picked the Bengals.
You picked the Bengals, yeah. So none of us came home on our underdog. We had 2 of us come home with our best bet of the week. Actually, it might have been.
I'm back, baby. I'm back. After going like 6 straight weeks of missing both, I'm back.
So on the best
6
bets,
straight.
I did not hit Packers minus 2.5. They lost that game outright. Hunter covered with the Colts. I was actually surprised they kept it that close. And then Burnsy, actually all 3 of you guys hit your best bet except for me. Eagles minus 11.5, always a lock, and the Chargers plus 5.5, always a lock. Never in doubt for any of those. So that puts the tallies at Hunter You are now down only 11.8 units. I am
Wowie.
down I'm down 10.2. Also, we should start like adding a bonus pick. Maybe we'll do that next year, but 2 picks I feel like is not enough for us to do this.
Climb out of the hole that you're in.
Maybe we can start making parlays. Like we make our own like 3-leg parlay like they do on DraftKings with all the famous people that are idiots. We should do that now.
I could
Like
ride with it.
Like a Stephen A. How about we do that for playoffs?
All right. I think we should.
Parlays?
We'll talk about it offline, but I think
That's fine.
there's some adjustments we can change to our picks. But let's
absolutely. And also, anyone that's listening, this is our first time running this segment. If you have any ideas or things that you want us to try, just let us know. Okay. We also have Bernsey. You're up 2.7 units. You are
Bernsey.
Young into the season, but proving yourself here. And then Phil, it's a tale of 2 stories. Hunter, me and you on our best bets and underdogs are struggling, but we're holding our weight in the college picks, like heavy lead for us. And then in this, it's just flip-flop.
That's because Phil's just gone against the Eagles, and it's been a good. If he picked Commanders money line, that'd be crazy.
That would be.
But yeah, that would be wild. But I'm gonna start with Phil's picks, and then whichever one of you want to go first. He has Steelers +7, which I think is a ballsy pick against the Lions, as his best bet of the week, and his underdog is going to be the Patriots at. Let's see. I had +124. I'm going to double check that and make sure that is the proper line.
I think they're like +2.5.
They are +130 now at on DraftKings, +130. So that is the final line that he is getting. I'm actually going to go first this time. F you guys, because I also have the Patriots money line as my underdog of the week. There's a lot of teams that are like. A lot of them are either games that I think the underdog has no chance of winning, or the game is too close that there's no value in the line whatsoever. This was the first one that I saw that there was a little bit of value because the Patriots are just better than the Ravens. And my best bet, I'm following a Hunter trend from a couple weeks ago. Hopefully, this line didn't jump on me. I'm going to take the Falcons Cardinals over 47.5. This Cardinals defense can't play. And Kirk O'Chains is looking like he's running the offense a bit better. Neither team can really stop the pass or the run or anything for that matter. They love giving up points. So give me that over 47.5.
Well, I like it. I also have Patriots as my underdog, unfortunately. They play the Ravens, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't understand. The Ravens haven't shown me anything to make me feel like they deserve to be favored in this game.
No, not at all.
I mean, they beat the Bengals. The Bengals are dead. I mean, they stink. But Patriots are my underdog. My best bet is going to be the Bills at -10 against the Cleveland Browns.
Oh my! What?
They play the Browns.
-10. Is it a 10-point spread for that game?
So I just want to let you guys know that currently there is 73% of money on the Patriots money line. That means the Ravens will win this game.
It means the Patriots are going to cover, but the Ravens are going to win. They're going to lose by 2.
Yep. 72% of spread is on New England. 73% of money line is on New England, and then it's 61% of the over. So let me give you a little bit of a change up because I'm not going to take the easy route. Everyone knows that the Patriots are better than the Ravens. That was an easy choice. Give me the Panthers money line.
This is why he's in last place. He takes risks, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a battle for the division. They play each other twice. I think they probably split, and I think the Panthers take the first game. Give me the Panthers over the Bucks at +130.
It's a home game. Also, you have the same odds as us. Don't act like you're picking this crazy game, dude.
This is an actual, what I meant was that these teams are actually close in skill. Yeah. Patriots and Ravens, not close in skill.
Fair enough.
That was my point.
What's your best bet?
My best bet, give me the Rams Seahawks over. If this game doesn't go over,
Okay.
then I don't know what to do. I don't know what to pick anymore because this should go over.
Did you see? Did you see the
Is
over
it-
under for the Titans? And is it the Chiefs they play this week?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I don't even want to look. 36.5? I'm not even going to.
37
I'm
and a
not
half.
looking.
37.5.
It adds up.
It's brutal.
I think the Titans win that game.
I think that
I
the
think they
under
very-
hits, honestly. That's my
That
bonus
actually was.
bet. If I
That's not
were
a
to
bad
give one,
underline pit.
the under
The
pick.
under in that game.
Yeah.
I like the if I were picking one, Jets plus 4.5 against the Saints.
Dude, Tyler
Garbage
Shook.
can teams.
Tyler
I
Shook's been
think
balling.
actually, I take the Saints to alternate spread -10.
Old spread -10. It's kind of actually. There's a lot of spreads that I like this week. Yeah, I do like that Bills -10 though, but also they kind of suck against bad teams sometimes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for
I think
tuning
that was
in.
a great pod.
Yeah.
I think that was a really good pod.
Oh, we
So-
also, as always, we
Agree.
run over a bit later than we than we say we're going to before the episode. But hey, there was a lot of NFL content, a lot of big stories coming in this week, and we're only going to have more with the playoff race starting to shake out. And we do have a couple of big divisional matchups coming up to dictate that further playoff race. And then after this weekend, we're going to have 4 playoff games for college football already decided, and the next round of matchups figured out. So,
Yep.
Boys, thanks for tuning in today. Guys, like, follow, subscribe. What do you got to say?
Burnsy, start us off. I'll finish it out.
Listen, everyone sit down on their couch this weekend and enjoy some football because it is coming to an end quicker than you guys think, which sucks. So I'm going to sit down and I'm going to soak every second of it in, probably lose a lot of bets, and enjoy it.
I concur with Burnsy. This season has flown by, but it's been an awesome run. Love doing this pod with the boys. We've had a little bit of a change up with Burnsy joining us. I think he's been a great addition. But again, appreciate y'all. Everything that all social media people say to do, like, follow, whatever. And I appreciate y'all, and go enjoy some football and enjoy a nice Christmas.
Peace out, guys.